Good morning, traders. Today is March 17th. My name is Charles, and this is the Pirate Traders live stream. Okay, what are we looking at here today? Well, yesterday's breakout of that larger downtrend on the daily is bullish to see, right? We were able to get through the 20 moving average, which had been acting as resistance. We were able to get through that downtrend, which was acting as resistance, and close above them. That by itself is very bullish, okay? But then you add to that the fact that we've got very strong momentum. There's clearly been a shift in the market. We were bearish to rotational, bearish to balance, and now we are trending higher with value. We've got 3 days in a row, value is overlapping to higher, and then higher. Same thing with the overnight, showing a continuation of that trend higher in overnight values. So that is bullish to see. So today I am feeling bullish overall and looking for the market to try to either go sideways here at higher prices or push higher. We're opening inside the previous day's range, which means we're probably going to get chopped this morning. We opened below yesterday's spike, so that it's not bearish to open below a spike up. It just isn't bullish. It's just a sign that maybe these buyers late in the day yesterday were wrong, and the market's not ready to explore these prices. So that's just sort of a neutral signal. So yeah, I'm looking for resistance around the overnight POC 43.43 for a push back lower, and I'm looking for support around yesterday's POC 43.20, and that is where I expect the chop to bounce around here, to just kind of grind for the first hour, half an hour to hour of the day, to just kind of do some bouncing around. If we do break this node from yesterday, if we do break 43.13, I would look for further downside continuation from there. And of course, if we get above yesterday's high, go back up, find support, that is a good long trade for continuation to the upside. But anywhere in between there, you're likely to get chop. So scalper's paradise, but for the rest of us, it's a sit back and wait for more information kind of scenario. If you have not yet, please smash that like button. A quick little thumbs up really helps the pirate out. Also, subscribing to the channel and telling your friends. That's really the big winner chicken dinner. Spread the word. Good morning, Chris Yee. Welcome. Diego in the house. David Glass is with us. Scooball, hello to you. Jeremy, good to see you. Fat Thor. Welcome, Fat Thor. Amir, good to see you. Design Knob, my name is Mud. I don't get the joke. Dean, good morning to you. Philip is here. Boss Man in the house. Good to see you. David V, also with us. Welcome. Greg, good morning to you. Rev, welcome. Hustler Forever, back with us. Good to see you. Ehab, welcome. Ronald is here. Good morning to you. All right. Well, for now, we just got to kind of sit back, relax, and let the market bounce around, kind of grind around and figure out where it wants to go from here. Pushing up and down between those support and resistance. Phoenix, good to see you. All right. Well, I'm certainly not calling for a high of the day here, but just for educational purposes, right? The overnight inventory was net short. They opened up here and they closed down here. So we would expect a counter auction to the upside. That was a very small counter auction. So it doesn't mean anything. It's just chop. We're almost certainly going to head back up there, but it's just worth noting when you would expect more of a counter auction. You make good taper at the high, right? Meaning you had a chance to end the auction process. And then you click back and look at the ticks, and you see they were able to get the ticks back to the zero line, and that's where they found the resistance. It's just a first signal that maybe we're getting some resistance above. Okay, like I said, we're going to head back up there again. We've got chop, but that was just the first thing that stood out to me. I would have expected a little more of a push higher. Craig H. Traded the FOMC like a monkey. The shiny object gotcha. All that volatility, all that grind up and down gotcha. That's how they do it. Get those emotions going. I've got 20,000. I got 21, 21, 22. Do I have 22, 23, 23? Oh, God, I have to participate. It's happening so fast. I don't want to miss my chance. But now that you're learning to recognize it, you'll get better and better at recognizing it in the moment when it's happening. Wait a second. Am I just falling for the shiny object here? All right, I'm just going to run and grab a coffee real quick. Back in a few minutes. I don't think anything's going to happen. Like I said, resistance above and then continued chop is what I expect. Back in two. All right, well, now that we're finding resistance up in this node, we expect the market to pull back a little bit, and we're looking for support. I would say the first spot for potential support is going to be the halfback, 43.38, and then pretty much anywhere inside of here, it could find support. Boss man, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. All right, so we didn't even test the halfback on that support. That's a little bit bullish to see. They didn't need much of a pullback to bring in buyers. So the next step is getting above yesterday's high. If they can get above yesterday's high, when they come back down, if they find support there, that is very, very bullish for continuation to the upside. But we're still in the chop zone, so it's a little too early to be confident in that call. Best to wait for confirmation. We do have value so far today. Value obviously is developing throughout the day, but so far today overlapping to higher, which could be an indication we're going to get continuation of the trend to the upside. So I'm just starting to feel a little bullish here. They're starting to win me over. Bossman Future Trader 71 says confirmation is for saints, meaning don't wait for confirmation. Hey man, let him do him. That's one great thing about trading. You can really completely customize it to exactly what fits best for you. We've been over this 1,000 times in the channel. Like, you could make your money taking little scalps, scalp, and make by the end of the day 20 points. Or you can sit around and wait for that one perfect setup, get into one trade and ride it for 20 points. There's a million different ways to skin this cat. And they are all right as long as they're profitable consistently. As long as you're making money, you're not wrong. Dina have a lower high. I'm a little 8 Rinko. Slightly bearish. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. I think if we do get a pullback, there's lots of support waiting down here from earlier this morning. Train Donkey, best day of the year. Oh, because you're going to get to re-up on your, what is it that you like? The corned beef. Yeah, happy. It's St. Patrick's Day, right? Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. You want to hear something funny, Jason? I am actually wearing green. This is like it's like the universe meant it to be. I'm wearing green pants and a green shirt, and I didn't even realize it when I got dressed this morning. All right. Oh boy. So, somebody just put on a massive short right there at the high. Did you guys see that little pop? Okay, so now we're looking to get above yesterday's high. Obviously, this is very bullish. There is always the chance that we fail to break out above yesterday's high and then pull right back down looking for support. But if we can get above there and find support up in here, that is good for continuation to the upside. So right around the time we get up towards the balance area high of this previous balance area, actually we're kind of at it now, but that's because of the contract change. Yeah, I'd say call it like 43.76. Look for some resistance up there. Why, Charles? Well, just because we had so much resistance over here, and we've got this downtrend. Both of those bumping up together. Okay, we're pulling value higher. That is bullish to see. So now we're looking for support right around yesterday's high. Screwball, Pirate Traders, what do you think about buying it at the 43.45 area as support? I don't think it's going to get back down there. I think it's finding support around yesterday's high. So I don't think you're going to get a chance. But yeah, that would be a great place to buy because you could have a nice tight stop. You know, you could get in here and you could just put your stop right below halfback. But I think the buyers are hungry this morning. I don't think they're going to give you an easy pullback. Alex, you're confused. Your high for yesterday is at 43.67. My guess is you're including that 15-minute runoff period. That's my A and B period of the overnight. I cut off the high as being exactly at 4 p.m. yesterday. So your next question is, well, Charles, do I need to start doing that? I don't have a good answer for you. It's just the way I do it. I like it. It works great for me. But most traders include that 15-minute runoff period. So I don't really have a great answer for you. Okay, so we're working our way up into this cumulative node of resistance right here, which is obviously where we ran out of buyers in the overnight. So expect us to have to grind our way through there. And we don't want to see taper. We want to see this right here. You see how we're building a node and then pushing higher, and now we're building another node higher. That's what we want to see. We want to see them push up and then just kind of grind up here as opposed to running out of buyers like they did in the overnight. Donkey, I feel bad for all the people who got pummeled on tech the last couple of months and are going to buy back in. They're going to get wrecked again. Yeah, I just posted an article in the Discord yesterday in the news section about that, about how like we're not really going to get new all-time highs until we get like exhaustion from retail traders, until they just get so fed up and frustrated that they finally give up on the market. That's when we get capitulation. That's when we turn around and head back to the all-time highs. So I could certainly see a scenario where we get some kind of a bounce here and then it fails and they just get wrecked. And then they finally give up, and that's when the market bottoms out. All right, well, we don't love seeing this much resistance in the same place as they had it in the overnight, but that taper is in need of repair. So I don't think the move is over yet. All right, well, the resistance is strong. They're making the buyers work for it. At this point, I would say if we do pull back down below yesterday's high, below 43.53, we're going to need to, at the very least, test the half back for support to see if that brings in enough buyers. And if this area fails, if this 44 area fails, I'll be back to a neutral stance. As a look above and fail of yesterday's range could be an indication that we're not ready to take prices higher yet. All right, looking for support right now in this little node just below the halfback on the NQ. 13.9, 10-ish, that area. Same as the ES. If that can't hold, we're probably looking at a bit of a pullback here, at least down towards today's lows, as that would be a sign we don't have enough buyers to take the market higher. Same thing, they found their resistance right in that cumulative node. Same as overnight. So if the overnight traders didn't have enough momentum to get through it, and we don't have enough momentum to get through it, means we have to go back down, find more buyers to build that momentum. So looking for support in here, and that's my sort of deal or no deal level to stay bullish. And on the ES, that's 43.45. Trading Donkey, a lot of times the death cross signals a bottom, but only when help is on the way. Really? Okay, so right there. Yeah, I mean, you're right. They had one more little pull down, but yeah, the bottom was already in before the cross happened the last time. But they got much more further downside continuation the time before that in December of 2018. And they got continuation in 2016 as well. Yeah, I guess the bottom was in 2015. Maybe it's not as reliable a signal as it used to be back in the day. Yeah, see here, the bottom wasn't quite in yet. We had one more pullback. But at that moment, they had a bit of a bounce, grind sideways. Here it happened at the bottom. Yeah, maybe it's not as reliable a signal as we would think. One more pullback. Slim Jim. New York siren or cat being tortured? It's 50-50. It's true, though, what Donkey's saying up here, though. This is just a very different climate than those. We can't drop interest rates. We can't print more money because of inflation. Arthur, not enough fuel to keep it going, if you mean the move up today. They're doing a great job so far, you know. Certainly we don't have the momentum, but we also don't have much bearishness here. Every dip gets immediately bought back up. So it might be a slow melt up. But I think they want to try to take out that overnight high. Greg, yesterday I heard Jim Dalton talking about the dispersion model. I heard you mention late adopters, joiners. Do you consider the various phases of dispersion? Yeah, he's actually wrong calling it that. That's not what it's called. It's called the adoption curve. He's mixing up two things. But yeah, I absolutely believe in the adoption curve. And you'll hear me talk about it all the time. Now that you know what it is, and you'll recognize it when I reference it, you'll hear me say, this feels like laggards stepping in here or whatever. You'll know. All right, well, with the printing of the C period, the market is giving us some insights here as to carry forward. If the C period low gets below the B period low, we're not one time framing, so it's not cessation, but that is a sign that the market is likely to pull back further. There you go, you got it. So now we're looking for support around 43.45. If we don't find support there, heading down towards the opening price, looking for support there. And with that, I shall bid you all farewell. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Drink a Guinness if you can. And we'll see you all here tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot.